Hello YouTube and welcome to Joltis International Speedway for round number 12 of the MFNSRA Superspeedway Series Season 1. And this 4.92 mile track, the home of the CCS finale every season, is now part of the MFNSRA Superspeedway Series. And we're about to get ready to see 5 and 6 wide racing, tight quarters, and 16 laps of a huge pack and maybe a few wrecks and hopefully a very exciting finish. And we'll see who'll come out on top here today. On the pole, we got Austin LaPlante in the Filtrete 3M Ford for Roush Fenway Racing. He starts next to another Ford, the SKF Ford for Penske Racing, Hayden Klein. On row 2, we got the Dr. Pepper Toyota, Timmy Pacioli for BK Racing, and Tommy Baldwin Racing Chevy of Ryan Acosta. Those are the first two rows, and here's the rest of your starting lineup here from Joltis. Okay, so there was your starting lineup, and now we're getting ready to go racing here from Joltis. The engines have fired, and now these cars are going to roll off the grid. One of these 42 cars will be sitting in victory lane at the end of the day. The question that remains unanswered, which one it will be. It could very well be that car right there, Austin LaPlante in that number 16. He's had some close calls, a rather eventful season. A drag race finish with Chris Warner that he didn't get the upper hand in. He ended up second, and he was also running well in some other races that he didn't come out on top in. So right there is a guy that is overdue for a win. Here we go. And he's going to bring him down. Austin LaPlante brings him down. Green flag is in the air. LaPlante is our 9th place pointsman, so he is very well in championship contention early on. Here they go through turns 1 and 2. LaPlante gets a bit of a lead, but once we get going and all the cars are up to speed, we're going to see a huge pack of cars, 4 and 5 wide racing around this Joltis International Speedway. And now we got Zach Buchanan in the 31 car. Zach's had some good runs and some not so good runs, and he is down to 25th in the standings, where he started off as one of our top contenders in the top 10 in the standings. There's our Coca-Cola Superspeedway winner moving up on the bottom. There is Arnold Columbia for Swan Racing. Look at them, they're already 4 and 5 wide, mid-pack. And Zach Buchanan is your early leader. He's going to come across, and there he is. That's your leader of lap 1, Zach Buchanan. There's Daniel Voiles in the 17 car, Johnny Gardner in the 18, and there's Chris Summers in the 48. His last 2 races have been finishes of 1st and 2nd. And of course, the memorable one at Bump Draft and Superspeedway, where he finished in a 4-wide finish. Another race where Austin LaPlante was leading on the last lap and wasn't able to pull it off. And Chris Summers looking for another top 2 run today. Hopefully first for him. And now Johnny Gardner, who hasn't had many good runs this season in that number 18. He's got Doublemint on the hood of that car today, and he's putting that number 18 car out in the lead. But here comes Chris Summers if he can get there, which he can't. Summers has help from Dougie Shears in car number 38. Look at this, 5 wide through the entire pack. Johnny Gardner is your leader of lap 2. Here they come past pit road. Chris Summers looking to get a run on Johnny Gardner. Can't quite get there. And now he will in the turn. Chris Summers in that 48 Lowe's red, white, and blue Chevy. On the bottom and about to go out front. There behind him is Dougie Shears. Mark Matthews in the 27 is also there. Summers in that Lowe's Chevy now goes to the lead where he has spent a lot of time in the past 2 races. Summers did not get off to a good start of the season. He was as low as 36th in the standings. But now, with those 2 good races, he's picked up 14 spots to 22nd, but he's lost the lead to Dougie Shears, who narrowly edged out Mark Matthews to lead that 3rd lap. Nicholas Guerra in the 34 has had a very, very good season for Front Row Motorsports. Farm Rich on the hood today, and his teammate is about to get passed by Mark Matthews for the lead. Guerra comes into this race 4th in the point standings, so this has been a very, very good season. A great run at Daytona, and Guerra looks to be a championship contender early on. Well, not really early on. We're closing in on halfway, and that guy behind him looks to be one of the biggest threats, if not the biggest threat for the championship. CJ Sorensen has had a really great season. Of course, he had 2 second-place finishes in a row, coming at Ricky Raceway and Columbia, where he finished 2nd in both of those races. So CJ's still looking for that first win, but he's had a great season. He comes in 2nd in the standings. There's Ryan Acosta. He started outside of row 2, fell way back at the beginning, but he and now his teammate Luke Walker has pushed him all the way up to the front. So we got some teamwork going on here at Joltis. And Hayden Klein is moving up. He was our outside pole setter. We saw him drop to the back, and he's moving up as well. And Andrew Schwartz in the 44 goes below him. Andrew Schwartz has had a great season. No wins, but Schwartz has spent some time at the top of the standings, but after a wreck at M&M's in the last race, he dropped to 6th. Now, Wes McCall is your points leader. Let's see where he is. He actually has a pretty good lead, 16 points ahead of CJ Sorensen, but it's a dogfight from CJ back to Dylan Schwallenberg in 7th. 6 drivers separated by just 10 points. And there's Wes McCall. He's in the top 10. There's Charles Jackson, our 2-time winner, and both of them are there side by side. Wes McCall's won Talladega and Ricky Raceway, and Charles Jackson, of course, went back-to-back at 8 Bowl and Hogabon. Andrew Schwartz pushing Luke Walker out to the lead. That GoPro Chevy is out front. There he is. Got a lot of underfunded teams here. I see Jermaine, Fastlane, Tommy Baldwin, XX Stream. We got BK Racing, Timmy Pacioli. We've seen Front Row Motorsports the whole race. I see Swan Racing up in there. So a couple of the underfunded teams in Sprint Cup competition are running up front at Joltis. Not that it matters. This is a Super Speedway series where anyone can win. There's Colin McNaught, the 3rd Front Row Motorsports driver. Both have led this race today, and McNaught is the 3rd car on the inside behind Andrew Schwartz and Timmy Pacioli. There's Dylan Young in the 2 car, our winner of round 1 of the Picks Creek Triple. In fact, our 2nd round of the Picks Creek Triple is in the next race. So after the trucks pull out of Joltis, they'll be heading north to Picks Creek to get ready for the the Picks Creek Triple race again, and we'll see which team will come out with 7 bonus points like Dylan Young did. Dylan Young is 3rd in the standings, so a really good season, much helped by that Pigs Creek win. Justin Talampis, car number 19, he was our winner at M&M's. And Jacob Lawler, it looked like they were going to go 5 wide, but Pacioli and Schwartz got the run into 1 to keep that from happening. Here comes Lawler in that Neil Bonnet tribute Chevy for Phoenix Racing. Great to see that car running in tribute of Neil Bonnet. It's been 20 years since we lost Neil Bonnet in the NASCAR community, and Jacob Lawler running that car in honor of him. Here comes Zach Buchanan. He led lap 1 of the race, and he's worked his way all the way back up to the front again. Then the RPM boys are side by side, Adam Smith and Seth Cole. Look at this angry pack behind them. They're running mostly 2 and 3 wide, but they are 4, 5, and 6 wide behind our top. Now we're seeing 5 wide up front. As Timmy Pacioli looking for the lead. There's Chris Summers again. We saw him at the front at the beginning. Wasn't able to take the lead, but that 48 was there, and now he's back up near the front. Season 2 Craftsman Car Series champion. Follows Timmy to the lead. And Mason Rothgeb in the 48. I'm thinking of Summers still, but here's Rothgeb. 41st in the standings, 41st on the starting lineup. And now he gets shuffled. Oh, that was close. Dylan Schwallenberg just barely was able to squeeze in on the bottom there. Look at this pack. Look at that. That's 6 wide right there. We don't do that at many other tracks. Maybe Pigs Creek is the only one we actually do that. That track has much more room, racing room though, than this one. But they're making it work, so whatever you can do to win. We are past halfway, and now Chris Summers is looking for the lead. Familiar territory for Chris Summers. A CCS veteran and a legend. Chris Summers has had vast success in the Craftsman Car Series. Of course, the championship, I just mentioned that. There's Dylan Schwallenberg, car number 20. He comes in 7th in the standings. He was 2nd in Pigs Creek. He's had some really good races. There's CJ Sorensen. He got a huge shove from Mark Matthews to get to the inside behind Schwallenberg. And now the Chevy drivers moving up. And now Matthews is looking to pass Sorensen. Summers cuts down in front of all of them. And we were not, I guess it was some 2 or 3 laps ago, we were talking about Jacob Lawler up racing for the lead. Look how fast things happen. Look where Lawler is now. Way at the back. Zach Buchanan back here too. So it's not a long trip from the front to the back. And vice versa, it's not that long of a trip from the back to the front as long as you're on the inside lane. And Mark Matthews is able to lead that lap. Mark Matthews has not had a good season. He had a crazy flip at Pigs Creek. There's Brandon Tedesco, whose season has been absolutely miserable since he's hopped into this 39 car. Summers got a huge run on the outside there. I thought he was going to be able to pass Matthews for the lead again, but I guess not. Tedesco, there's Wes McCall, car number 13, the points leader, and now Anthony Emery looks under him. That inside is bringing new drivers to the front every lap. There's Columbia with Chris Warner, a couple of race winners this season. And Warner goes way to the inside, squeezes his nose in there, and makes it 4 wide for the lead. He's got help from Seth Carlisle, Ryan Acosta moving up on the inside. Who's going to lead the lap? They are 4 wide to the line. It's going to be Warner that leads this lap. Warner comes in 10th in the standings. He's had a great season. A win at Hartlepool, like we mentioned when we were talking about our pole sitter, Austin LaPlante. We haven't seen him since the beginning of the race. I guess we should check on him. Austin LaPlante. Yeah, he's in the middle line, and it's a very long trip from front to back in the middle lines. You don't want to be in the middle lines at this track. You don't really go anywhere. There is Seth Carlisle, but Ryan Acosta looks under him. He's going to be able to get the lead. There's Colin McNaught in the 35 car, pushing him. Boy, I'm telling you, look at that pack. These drivers are doing a great job holding the wheel steady and keeping their car off of all the other cars that are around them. And there's Colin McNaught. And Front Row Motorsports has led a lap. All three cars have led a lap in this race from Front Row Motorsports, so a very positive race for Front Row. But they got to get the results, and now Daniel Voiles has just taken the lead. See a lot of Fords. There's Dom Capps in the 21. Dom Capps has had some really, really good races as of late in that Wood Brothers Ford. And Dom Capps has actually driven himself from what looked to be was going to be a very bad season. It's turned very good in these past few races. He's up to 8th in the standings. So Dom Capps looking to keep this momentum going. Whoa, Mason Rothgeb got a little loose. I don't know if he got a little help from Buchanan, but that car looked like it jumped out from under him and shot up the track. Mason Rothgeb has not had a great season so far in that 11 car since he took over for Carter Keselowski. There's Zach Buchanan in the 31. He led the first lap of the race. Oh, I think we had some contact back there in the back. Yeah, we got some cars losing the draft. Hayden Klein, Diego Ospina. There's Seth Carlisle, Nicholas Guerra, Mark Matthews, Chris Warner, and Derek Umstadt. They've all lost the draft. I think there must have been some contact. We'll check in after the race. We've got 3 laps to go, and this race for the lead is not letting up. All these drivers going for the win. Mason Rothgeb in that 11 car looking to get his first career win, as is Zach Buchanan. Buchanan's got help from his teammate Alex Tanker, who is a race winner this season at Columbia. There's Andrew Schwartz in the 44 looking to close in on Wes McCall. Alright, the race is almost over. Schwartz pushing Buchanan. There's Dylan Schwallenberg. CJ Sorensen. A win would be critical for this 14 team. CJ has been a constant threat at pretty much every race that we've been at this season, and CJ is up racing for the win. 2 laps to go. Buchanan's taking the lead. Schwallenberg, Sorensen, Jake Williams. There's Timmy Pacioli. We've seen that 83 car up front a few different times today. Schwallenberg to the inside of Buchanan. Here comes CJ Sorensen. CJ Sorensen is right there. He does not want to finish second again. CJ following that 20 car in his tire tracks. Next time by, we're going to have the white flag, Dylan Schwallenberg. Nosing out in front of Zach Buchanan. Here we go, coming to take the white flag. Next time around will be the checkered flag. Who's going to get here first? Schwallenberg is your leader. CJ Sorensen is right there, threatening like he has been all season. But look who's 2 cars behind CJ. Wes McCall in the Valvoline Next Gen Ford. CJ's going to have to do something if he wants to win this race. This is a long track, though. He's still got a lot of time. McCall gets moved out of the groove in that 13 car. And CJ looks like he's going to make that move to the bottom. Here he goes. If he can just get to the inside, not quite. No, Schwallenberg with a great block move right there. That was really good. But now CJ's going to go way to the inside. He wants to get him in this corner. He doesn't have much help, though. Neither does Schwallenberg. Schwallenberg went up the track. Sorensen's going to get to the inside. CJ's got him. Here we go. CJ Sorensen and Dylan Schwallenberg. They're going to be side by side. Who's going to get to the line first? It's going to be too close to call. Who won that one? It was Schwallenberg. Dylan Schwallenberg beat him by mere inches at the line. I thought CJ really had him right there, and oh, CJ has his third second place finish of the season. But Dylan Schwallenberg in that Husky Tools Toyota came in 7th in the standings. He's going to get a big boost here at Joltis. He is your winner. Now we got to go back and look at, before we do anything, I do remember we had, I think 6 or 7 cars that lost the draft. Near the end of the race, and one of them was Derek Umstadt. I just want to see what exactly happened to put them behind. Wes McCall, I don't know. McCall was in this high line. All 4 of these cars ended up out of the draft. And McCall was actually able to get to the bottom. Let's fast. Wow. Looks like they just ended up in the wall somehow. It was the whole line of cars, though. Starting with Seth Carlisle, and then all 6 of these cars. Actually, that's 7 of them, right? Yeah, that's 7 cars. They were just in the wall. I'm not too sure what happened. It would be interesting to hear from those drivers as to exactly what happened. But now it's time to check out another drag race finish that we've had here in the Superspeedway series. Normally, who's ever on the inside has the upper hand coming off the corner. But it looked like here that Ryan Acosta, the car that was following CJ, was thinking about making a move, and you could see the other Toyota here behind Schwallenberg, Timmy Pacioli, stay glued to that 20 cars bumper. Acosta wanted to make a move of his own. CJ was really left with no help. And then, in turn, he ended up losing the battle to the finish. But look at this. We've had a few finishes like that in this series. Let's see if we could get a good shot here. Look at that. Right there. And it was Schwallenberg that was able to pull it out over CJ Sorensen. Another second place finish for that 14 team. And I imagine CJ's going to be a little ticked about that. As looked like CJ was going to get the win in that Mobil 1 Chevy, but not today. Maybe another day for CJ. Let's see the full finishing result. Look at that, 7/1000ths of a second. That is closer than Bump Drift, and it is closer than Hartlepool, I think. I think it was closer than Hartlepool. I can't remember exactly how close Hartlepool's finish was between Chris Warner and Austin LaPlante, but 7/1000ths, that's insane. And now you see the whole finishing results. Where's Wes McCall? He ended up 12th. CJ's going to gain 10 points on him. So really, CJ's going to have a pretty good points day. He'll end up 6 points behind McCall. McCall should be able to keep the points lead. Dylan Young's actually going to lose a little bit of ground. Evan Earnhardt, we didn't see that 88 all day. He did finish 17th, but he's going to lose ground as well. Andrew Schwartz finished 5th. He's going to gain some ground here. Schwallenberg, he's obviously going to gain ground. Pacioli came in 12th in the standings. So Timmy should probably get, he's probably going to get in the top 10. Chris Warner finished 41st. Where did Dom Capps end up? I'm just missing him here. Yeah, there he is, 24th. Pacioli, a good day for him. Charles Jackson, he's 11th. Another top 10 for him. Jackson's had some really good races lately in that 32 car. So yeah, you can see the whole finishing results. Brandon Tedesco gets his first top 10. Or no, crap. I thought that. I mean, as I was down here, I'm looking at Brandon Tedesco. I'm thinking that's inside the top 10, but I think that's Brandon's best finish, 13th. So yeah. But those are the finishing results, and here's the full point standings. And next time, seven bonus points will be given out to the winner. and we'll see who the winner of the second round of the Pigs Creek Triple will be in round number 13. So we'll see you next time.